The next evening, Obinna came to see her as usual, but something was different. Adeze, my love, he said, smiling, and he continued, I have good news, oh. My master says I will soon complete my apprenticeship. After that, I will open my own workshop. Then I will come and ask for your hand properly, okay? Adeze felt a sharp pain in her chest. This was the moment. Obinna, she said slowly, avoiding his eyes. What if? What if life doesn't turn out the way you expected? She asked. He frowned. What do you mean? Obinna asked. What if I don't want to suffer anymore? She asked quietly. Obinna's smile faded, and he said, I don't understand. What do you mean by what you said now? Tears filled her eyes, but she forced herself to speak, and she said, My love, Obinna, Chief Nwadike has asked me to marry him. Obinna was shocked. The words hit Obinna like a thunderbolt, and he said, What? What do you mean? Who? How? He whispered. He can give me everything, Adeze continued, her voice shaking. A big house, money, comfort. I won't have to struggle again, you know? Obinna stared at her, his heart breaking right in front of her. And then he said, And what about love? He asked softly. What about what we shared? What about us? Adeze hesitated and looked at him and said, Love? She swallowed hard. Love does not feed the stomach, Obinna. You know that one for sure. Those words cut deeper than any knife. Obinna took a step back, his eyes filled with pain, and he said, So that's your decision, eh? You want to marry him? Adeze nodded, though her heart was screaming. Obinna forced a weak smile and said, hmm, I hope he gives you everything you are looking for. Then he turned and walked away. Adeze watched him go, her chest heavy, but she did not call him back. The wedding was grand. People from different cities attended. Expensive food, music, and decorations filled the air. Adeze was dressed like a queen, shining brighter than she ever had before. She left Umuaka village and moved to Lagos with Chief Nwadike. Her new home was a mansion. Everything she had ever dreamed of was now hers. Beautiful clothes, expensive jewelry, servants at her command. At first, she was happy, very, very happy. But slowly, things began to change. Chief Nwadike was not the man she thought he was. He was rarely home. When he was cold, distant, sometimes even harsh. Adeze noticed strange things, late night phone calls, secret meetings, whispers among the servants. One day, she gathered the courage to ask him, and she said, Chief, is everything okay? He looked at her sharply and said, You ask too many questions. Mind your business. Her heart sank. One evening, while searching for something in his study, Adeze found a file. Inside it were documents and pictures, pictures of other women, young women. Some looked frightened, some looked broken. Her hands began to shake. Who was this man she had married? Just then, she heard footsteps behind her. She turned slowly and saw Chief Nwadike standing at the door, his face dark with anger. "What are you doing in my study?" he asked coldly. Adaise's heart pounded, and she answered and said, I, I, I was just. Before she could finish, he snatched the file from her hands and said, "You should learn to stay where you belong," he said in a low, dangerous voice. For the first time since her marriage, Adaise felt fear. Real fear. That night, Adaise sat alone in her luxurious room, surrounded by wealth, yet completely empty.